One conversation with my 13-year-old changed the way that I look at power, changed the way that I look at charging for the value of premium coaching offers. It changed the way that I see women leadership in high-ticket sales. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to High-Ticket Sales for Women in the Prosperous One. I was having a conversation with my 13-year-old and her girlfriends, and they're all talented, they're all gifted, they're all creative, they're all resourceful, they have amazing spiritual gifts, they're all beautiful young girls, and yet sometimes they show up as really shy, not standing in their power, afraid to say the thing, be the thing, hold the thing, hold the space. And so they thought, Mimi, maybe there's this one time, there's going to be this grand event that's going to make me powerful, where I'm going to show up. Maybe it's when I'm 50. Maybe it's after my 45th birthday. Maybe it's when I'm 40 or when I'm 60. And they said to me, you know what, Mimi, you're in your 50s, so that's why you're powerful. And I thought, oh, wow, not really. You see, here's the thing. I work with women who are in their 40s, in their 50s, their 30s, their 20s, their 60s, women who've made 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, and still undercharging. Why is that? Why is that? Because they too believe there's some grand event that's going to happen where someone's going to crown them ready to sell a 100K offer, you're ready to sell a 50K offer, 250K offer, $1 million offer. So there's no age here. You can be 13 and have the same discussions, the same conversations that a 50-year-old is having. So my kid and her friends are having the same conversation with me that I have with my clients at all the ages in the spectrum, who've made all the amount of money in the spectrum, who are amazing women. And they're more powerful than they realize. The 13-year-olds, the 50-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, all these women, all these kids. And if we don't really talk about that now, this 13-year-old becomes that 50-year-old woman who is scared to show up, who doesn't charge the value, who doesn't say the thing in her messaging, who shies away from being all of who God says she is because she thinks, yeah, there's some grand event. And for many women, it's not that they're not powerful. It's that being powerful and knowing how amazing they are is the scariest thing that's ever happened to them. Just owning that power is so scary, not because they can't sell, everyone can sell, not because they can't lead, we're all leaders, not because they don't hold space for premium clients or grow their premium clients. No, it's because they know that once they fully step into that power, there's a whole new standard they have to be in, and they get to serve deeper. And that can be scary when you've been chasing volume, metrics, and 10K months and 100K months and 500K months. And now you have to be who God says you are, because that's what power is. Just simply being who God says you are, already loved, already valued, already powerful, already all of the things, already having the value. So what does that look like? As I said to the kids, young ladies, it's not an event. It's not when you're 30 or 40, when you're 50. It's a decision that you make. You can't play small every day. At some point in your life, you can't hide behind the amount of money you have. You can't hide behind undercharging, overgiving, or just being everything to everyone or waiting to be chosen. You can't hide behind and waiting for permission. You can't hide behind the teacher calling your name before you raise your hand and give the answer in class. You got to show up in the simple decisions in life. When you wake up in the morning, I told them, when you wake up in the morning, what am I going to wear today? Who am I going to be today? How do I want my day to go today? What am I going to work on today? These simple decisions. So for women in high-ticket sales, when it comes to charging the value of your work, these simple decisions like raising the investment to work with you, because you're literally giving away your spiritual gifts for free, and you're giving away energy, and your client owes you all this energetic money that you're holding away from them because you are feeling too small to charge. Because you say, I'm a transformational life coach, so I can't charge what the business coaches are charging. Are you kidding me? That's why you get to charge more than the business coach, because the work that you do is way more valuable than any accountant, any lawyer, and any other business coach. And I can tell you that because I'm an accountant, a lawyer, and a business coach. And I can tell you that your work is way more valuable than anything I can probably do with my clients, because all I do is help them make money. Well, that's not all I do, but you know what I mean. And then the second thing is holding boundaries. Just like the 13-year-olds, we all have to hold our boundaries. We get to hold these boundaries, and that is what makes us powerful. We'll raise the investment and we'll hold the boundary. Just because you pay me $1 million does not mean you have to wake me up at night. No, my clients don't have my phone number. Why would you have my phone number? You get to have the skills and tools that I am coaching you, I'm co-creating with you, coaching you on, the strategies and the systems. Why do you need me? You don't. So I have boundaries in my business. My clients have boundaries in their business. So I'm teaching these young girls to have boundaries in their lives with the men, with the boys at their school, with the men on the street, with people in their lives. Have boundaries. So it's a simple decision. Raise the investment to work with you, hold the boundary, and say no to clients that are not a great fit for you. Don't get into a group of friends just because they're the most popular kids at school. No. So the same thing with women. Why are you saying yes to clients you've outgrown? Why are you saying yes to clients who don't want what you have? So now you have to overcome objections because you think, oh, if I overcome the objections, they will say yes. Why do you want somebody to say yes to you who doesn't want what you have? Can you imagine working with someone for 18 months who doesn't want it, but you've convinced them and they said yes, and now they don't show up to the coaching, they don't want the thing, they're not doing the thing, they're not losing the weight, they're not having the baby. Like, why would you want that? It's energetically dirty. It's gross. Why do you want that for yourself? Create boundaries around that. Stop saying yes to misaligned clients or clients who don't want to afford you or don't want to work with you. It's none of your business. Move on to the people that God has put you here to work with. Be powerful. Own that. Step into that ownership and leadership. Let people hate you. Come on. Another thing is, it's standing firm in the value that you deliver. So my daughter, for example, she's 13. She's an artist. She's an amazing artist, talented and gifted. And one of the things that she does, it does not matter how shy she is or what kind of day she's having, she will never underestimate the value of her art. She does not underestimate the value of any of the gifts that God has given her. And when she's doing a commission for someone, she'll just say it's $1,000, and she doesn't blink. And most 13-year-olds don't do that. But she does, because that's the one value, her spiritual gifts, her talent, her gifts, her resources. That's the one thing she does not undervalue. Everything else, her time, whatever, that can be challenging for her sometimes, but her gifts, no. But the grown women, they are not standing in the value they deliver because they say, again, I just do transformational work. That is the only work that has more value than anything else in the world. I can tell you this much. It has more value than anything else in the world. Everybody else in the world is a cost center. Transformational work, you're changing lives, you're shifting perspectives, you're adding years to people's lives, you're adding quality to their business, you're giving them a longer lifespan. They quit smoking, they lose the weight, they do the thing. Are you kidding me? So at that level, ownership can be really exposing. You know, my daughter says to me all the time, you know, I feel naked when I say this, or I feel naked when I do this. It feels like everybody's staring at me. Just the same thing. When you start charging $1 million or $250,000, it feels like everybody's looking at you. It feels like people are thinking about you. Nobody's thinking about you. They're asking themselves why they're not doing it. And they're getting mad at themselves. It has nothing to do with you. So just charge the value of your work. And you know, that fear that you feel, I tell my kid all the time, all my kids, that it's not a bad thing. It's a confirmation. It's a confirmation that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. So every time you feel like, oh, I don't feel powerful today, it's like, what new thing are you doing? What new thing are you doing? Because you're really powerful in the thing that you're doing. You're not charging, oh, you're very powerful at charging 10K offers and chasing 10K, 100K months. But no, you know, it's just a confirmation that you're stepping out and being who God says that you are. There's no need to negotiate with your potential. I tell teenage girls this all the time. Do not negotiate with your potential. Do not negotiate with who God says you are. Do not negotiate your value, your worthiness, and your belonging with anyone else. And what I see grown women do this in their business, where they're negotiating their potential with clients and undercharging and discounting their rates and thinking, well, who's going to pay me $1 million? Who's going to pay me $100,000? Your client, that's who. Or they think, well, who the hell do I think I am? God's child, that's who. A child of the Most High God, that's who. So women who scale premium offers, they're not fearless. It's not like we get up and we say, oh, I'm going to get up and charge $1 million or $150,000. No, you just make a decision that you're going to stop shrinking to fit somebody else's insecurity. So I tell my daughter, all my kids, I tell them all the time, never shrink yourself to fit somebody else's stupidity or mediocrity. Because here's what. Life can bully you into mediocrity. People can bully you into mediocrity if you let them. Never let life or people bully you into any form of mediocrity. Whether it's your pricing, whether it's your grades at school, it does not matter what it is, whether it's your messaging, no. And never, ever, ever seek validation from anyone. Jesus loves you. Nobody else has to. Okay? So here's the thing. I tell my kids this all the time. Jesus loves you. Nobody else has to. You belong because you were chosen by God and put here on this earth by God. You belong. So the only thing that matters right now is sometimes you feel like you're not being seen. Like I don't see you, like your teachers don't see you, like this person doesn't see you. Same thing with my clients. When they don't feel like they're being seen, they shrink. And their clients feel the same way. So clients don't invest. Premium clients don't invest when they don't feel seen, when they don't feel heard, when they don't feel like you see them, you understand them, that you belong, right? You already belong. Choose the words in your messaging. Choose the essence of who you're being to show up, let your clients know that you see them, that you hear them. And that the message that you're sending out there in your sales page, in your pricing, in your packaging says, I see you, I hear you, I've been here, let's go. Oh, I see you, I hear you, I have the tools, the experience, I have the skills, the expertise, let's go. I see you, I hear you, let me hold you. I see you, I hear you, I'm going to co-create and expand with you, but I'm not going to do the work for you, and I'm not going to allow you to bully me into mediocrity. So 99% of women are being bullied into mediocrity on social media because they want to be liked. One thing I share with my kids, and I will share it today, and I'll share this a lot on the videos, is that if everybody likes you, you're out of integrity. So if my daughter ever, if my kids ever come home and say to me, Mommy, everybody in my class loves me, they're being out of integrity because they're not being who God says that they are. You need to be okay with people hating you. You need to just let them. Let them hate you. Let them be great. Let people be great. Let people be great enough to judge you, to hate you, to show the crap of who they are. That's okay. That has nothing to do with you. You just be your loving, kind, compassionate self. You just be the person that God says you are. Allow the gifts that God puts in you to shine through, and allow the clients to invest in themselves in the offer. Give them the opportunity to say no. Give the people who want to work with you the opportunity to say, oh my gosh, I can't work with you because you're too expensive. Give them the opportunity. Send the email out and say, this, I have this 100K offer, this 250K offer. There are people that you're selling $40,000 offers to right now that want to buy your $1 million offer. There are people that you're selling a 10K offer to that want to buy your 100K offer right now. Power feels scary when you haven't lived in it yet. So my invitation is to step into your power and live in it. Try it on for 30 days, for 60 days, for 90 days. And believe me, you feel like you're home. Thanks.